Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now, and it is going to be a semifinal match between Daisuki and TDMass. We are on Calm Before the Storm, an extremely large map, and it is a ZvZ. Oh, wow. Now, Daisuki, our GM level player, this guy has been annihilating players all evening. He's done, he has taken out some hardcore players too. So taking on TDMass now, going to be adding another potential good game to the mix here. Mass is a phenomenal player. This guy really highly ranked master. He's played in quite a few of our tournaments before. I'm quite familiar with his playstyle. He's going to be our yellow Zerg up here in the top right hand corner. Down here in the bottom right is Daisuki. And a little bit of chat here. Looks like Mass wants to know if Daisuki on a team. I'd like to know as well. Should I type answer? Oh, I'm just kidding. Tell us now. Daisuki says yes. What team? I wonder. Yeah, I better not. Better not. I better not bother these guys while they're playing. I try not to chat with them during their games. The players, I can't stop them from chatting, but... And if they don't want to respond to their opponent, they don't have to. You know what I mean? But I'd hate to make them feel like they had to talk to me and distract them, and then they end up losing the game because of some small misclick thanks to my chat. Wouldn't that be terrible? But it looks like Daisuki going to be going for a spawning pool as well as TDMass. These guys have them out in almost identical timing. Daisuki, however, slightly ahead on his. Looks like almost two seconds, it looks like. Which is not bad. Not bad. Now, it's an enormous map, though. Notice it's got this one lone tower in the center of the map, but it doesn't... You'd think that it would, like, give you this big circle. It doesn't. It barely gets you this much right here. It is not much at all. It gets you, like, right to this position on the mini-map, so if you can see that at all. Basically right there. It's not a huge circle. You don't even really have to run by it. It's... Well, I guess you do, but... Yeah, you have to run by it, but the cool thing is that if you wanted to, you could go down here and then come through this way. It's kind of like a back door. But it's shorter to go through the center of the map where you would barely be scouted by the Xel'Naga Tower. So it is something to consider as these two Zerg players do move forward. However, in a ZvZ like this, you will see a lot of scouting overlords between the bases, and that is going to be super effective. Notice that Daisuki and TDMass both going to be sending out some lings out across the map. Looks like Mass only sending 2. This guy about to get surrounded by a couple here. Ooh, but not on a move. Not on a move. Looks like they are headed for the kill already. Daisuki saying, you know what? I'm not going to stop for just one ling. I'm going to go make this sucker happen, man. And Mass ready and waiting for him up here at the high ground. Oh, did I send that to the wrong guy? There we go. Streaming, brother! That's what we're doing, but we do have an expand here for Mass. Nothing from Daisuki quite yet, but he is bringing out the big guns. We do have Daisuki's Banelings headed out across the map. Looks like Mass gonna have to ready himself for that. Does have a couple links here trying to get back into good position to deal here. He's going to be putting a queen down here on the ramp. Going to brutalize these Banelings, if at all possible. Good stuff. Queen does die, but wow, Daisuki really putting the pressure on. Mass just barely getting Banelings out. But is a mineral line getting attacked, and that is the no fun situation. Look at, he's got these Zerglings here just sitting. Needed to get those guys in on the fight before he had to pull probes. But that's alright. Looks like he's got it under control at this point. We'll see if he's going to be able to hold on here. Not a bad little defense. Daisuki being as pesky as possible, though, with these Lings and Banelings. Good little reaction time there from Mass, but look at this. Daisuki picking up so much supply difference there, and there's the GG from Mass in game number 1. Daisuki taken down. Don't alt-tab, always alt-Starcraft. Game 2 will be headed out you here momentarily. We'll see you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now. It is TDMass and Daisuki. Better just start calling Mass Mass. I gotta stop saying TD, TD, TD. Sounds like tower defense too much, man. Do you guys ever play tower defenses? Press 1 if you play tower defenses. Be honest. Be honest. Go ahead and tell us. Now, it is going to be Daisuki here in Game 2. He's currently up 1 game. Down here at the 6 o'clock position, he is spawning as Pink Zerg. Taking on Mass, he is our Yellow Zerg over here at the 8 o'clock position. Close positions by air. They know it. At this point, they do see each other. They've got Overlords staring each other in the face and now going to give the solid headbutt. Crash in the air. Don't you think those bubbles should pop if they get hit by those little spikes? And then they like fall out of the sky and become a ground unit. I think that makes sense. But they are going to know exactly where each other are at this point, so we are going to see potential Baneling Wars yet again. I wonder what it's going to be. We're gearing up for a solid even game thus far, though. Who's going to go for the first pool? It's always an interesting question. Oh, Mass. Going for his extractor here right away. Does not appear to be extractor tricking. There is no need. He is not supply blocked. So going to get his early gas, which probably means early speed. Looks like Daisuki thinking the same type of deal. He's just slightly behind there, but getting it here fairly early and no pool yet from either player. Now Daisuki with 14 drones is going to go ahead and grab his spawning pool. 14 pool it is, and going to be working on now more drones. Good play back here at Mass's base. We do have the same type of deal. 14 pool it is. Looks like his timings are a little bit different from Daisuki's, but not necessarily in bad time. So he seems to be okay. Just may end up having to play slightly more defensively early on. We'll see how it's going to go. Daisuki, though, man, I'll tell you what, he has got some phenomenal control over his units and his economy. I've never seen anybody macro an army as quickly as Daisuki. This guy is extremely impressive. Yeah, Icefire was saying that, I had mentioned about Overlords doing +1, or 1 damage at melee range to air units. Yeah, I said that. I think that's still a good idea. But since Blizzard hasn't heard me, I thought maybe I'd come up with another idea. What can I tell you? But we do see speed going down for both players. Looks to be right about the same time. Mass just slightly ahead on his, but not by much. And we do have some Zerglings in production. That's interesting. That's new. And we do have a Baneling Nest going down for both players. Again, Mass slightly ahead on that. Let's just check our units tab, see where we're at, though. Daisuki with 17 drones to Mass's 14. So Daisuki going to play a little bit more aggressive on the econ side here for just a moment, as Mass is going to be sending out some units out across the field. Baneling Nest, though, going to be complete here in just a little bit. See who's going to be able to take down Game 2. It's match point for Daisuki. See, that's the crazy part about a best of 3. Mass really got to be careful here in this game. He cannot afford to have any misclicks or anything like that that cost him the game, because, that's it in the tournament. He's got to be able to at least take this to game number 3, where then the pressure is at least equal between him and his opponent. But he's got a whole bunch of Zerglings. He's got a whole bunch of Banelings in production over here in this kind of funny position. Mass going to be sending out some Lings to get in front of... No, he's not. Oh, more Banelings. And here come your first round of Banelings. We've got double Queens here at the ramp. Oh my goodness. And it looks like Mass going to be losing them. He does take out a couple extra units there. Not too bad of a deal, but I'd say so far so good for Daisuki. This defense going extremely well. Oh wow, super cost effective here with these Banelings. And now Mass, a little bit outnumbered, is going to have to back out and play defensively here, I think. Looks like Daisuki saying, you know what, maybe it's time to get aggressive. Maybe it is, and maybe it isn't. But he's going to give it the good old college try nonetheless. And out he goes. He's going to see a bunch more Banelings going up here for Mass. Doesn't want to get backdoored, so he's going to go ahead and engage this army. Going to try and take it out. I assume he feels like he's got the control to do this. So careful, careful. Oof. Daisuki losing a couple extra there. Not too bad. He didn't lose all of them. And Mass down to almost none at this point in this forward position. He's going to be back here at his ramp with a little small defense. Looks like he could potentially be okay with these Banelings go off in good time. But Daisuki I'll tell you what, man, his control is absolutely phenomenal, and that is what's winning him these games. He's being extremely cost-effective with these very, very cheap units that so many players tend to just toss away, but he's being so very effective with them thus far, and it's really quite amazing. Oh, Mass. Gonna be in a little bit of trouble, but here come banelings to the mineral line. There is a queen here, however, to take care of these poor little critters. And here comes Daisuki. Did make it up the ramp somehow. Looks like we missed some banelings going off. Now he feels like free reign in this base is exactly what he wants. He's going to go ahead and take down this queen, I think. Yep. Good play. Get a surround on that queen. Queen should go down. That is definitely going to slow Mass down. He did get one more inject off of that queen. He's probably going to have to start production of another queen here immediately. But regardless, he's got a lot of work to do. And it is not going to be enough. There's the GG from Mass. Wow. Mass, another phenomenal player left in the wake of Daisuki tonight. My goodness, this guy is an absolute fire. That will move him into the finals for this evening. We will see him there in just a little while. We first have to go find our other semifinal match. So don't alt tab, ladies and gentlemen. Always alt Starcraft. We will see you guys in just a bit.